Hey guys, Ed Wilson here. Ed Wilson for President, Paradise Earth Initiative System. Once again, guys, everybody around here, I'm going to just show you how lame the people are here, okay? I know they're dumbed down. I know they're poisoned and all of these things. But, I woke up too, guys. I woke up too, okay? I'm awake to all this mess. And I've already explained to you what awake and awoke is, and I just messed up saying it right there when I said I was awoke. Anyway, guys, I know it's a twisted bunch of mess. It's a twisted bunch of mess, okay? Everybody wants you to go along, guys. They want you to go along and act like it's all normal and it's okay because they're slaves. These people are zombies. Zombies. And then the immigrants coming here, guess what? That's your next dumbed down zombie. They're already dumbed down. They think they're coming in here, taking your work, overthrowing you, all this other stuff. Meanwhile, their country's already conquered. Okay? That's right, guys. You're coming up here to get work because you're slaves. All right? Every country basically in the world is pretty much a slave country right now. That's right, guys. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse on all of you that think that, oh, it's not here, it's not here, it's not here. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's there already. They're just incrementally testing the waters. Some of you guys are going to get used against the innocent people here. You're going to get used against innocent people elsewhere as well. All you people that are pushing your kids to join the military, piss on you. Okay? Yeah, piss on you. I wish your kids would come home, and I hope your kids see through who you are, okay? Because you are pieces of crap, okay? There's no sense in the wars that are going on. Trump's learning some valuable lessons right now, guys. He's learning some very valuable lessons. Unless he is one of them, and then he's not learning anything. He already knew everything that was going on. Hey, Trump, I want to help, okay? You allowed Doge and Elon to come in and help you. I'm not a millionaire, okay? My daddy couldn't loan me $1 million so I could go out and do some of the things that you did, all right? Because my father was a victim of the McNamara 100,000. So he gave a lot of his life energy for this country that doesn't give a shit about anything, okay? All right? Let me go ahead and put that out there nice and clear. I want to make sure you understand, all right? So, Paradise Earth Initiative is the system that we need to be implementing. And it's time for us to implement it. And it's our duty to do these things. It's our job to revolt against evil. It's our job to seek independence on all of this. That's why I want to be known as the walk-away president. Because 1776 didn't happen. I used to hear Alex Jones, 1776 will commence! No, it won't. No, it won't. Because it never happened, guys. I'm sorry, it didn't happen. It was sabotaged by Freemasons. The deep state is a Freemason deep state. Okay? Trump won't tell you that. Because he's surrounded by Freemasons and Skull and Bones and all these different fraternities. And what is a fraternity? Another fancy word for a gang. That's all it is, guys. A fancy word for a gang. All right? That's all it is. Fancy word for a gang. All right? So, just stop with your crap, okay? With your moral this, moral that, and acting like, like I said, and a lot of you guys that have jumped on the Jesus and Chosen One's bandwagon, listen, you can tell who the only begottens are, all right? The only begottens are the ones, they're not making money on videos. They're not trying to get your likes and subscriptions. They're not going out there dealing with a divining deck of cards. They're not trying to channel for you. They're not trying to do any of that. They're telling you concrete root truths, all right? I'm telling you, I'm showing you how to tell them apart, guys. There was a couple of guys that I was talking to, and I started to realize that they were a joke. They're a bunch of glorified crackheads. That's what they are. And I just like the term, the crackheads, all right? because I remember when all that happened, okay? And I watched how our country was ravaged by that, by alcohol. Now it's being ravaged by meth, heroin, and they've been killing people with fentanyl. Once again, your government's behind that too, guys, because the people that run your government also run the cartels. That's right. There's influence all over there, guys. No, look at the genocide across the ocean there, you know. Look what just happened in Syria, guys. Yeah. You know what? They may have found some weapons of mass destruction over there in Iraq, but I bet you they used them over there in Syria. Yeah. We can't trust nothing any of these military yo-yos have to say. They're coming over there. You can watch all these guys on TV. Look, they came in, guns blazing. As soon as I get into office, within that week, we're going to have this released. We're going to have that released. Then that week came. Then the next week came. Then the next week came. Then the next week came. Next thing you know, everything was redacted. Everything was all covered up. It was all in black. You ain't going to find out anything. And then you come to find out that the people that had the information are the ones covering up. Just like all of that information with Biden and all of that stuff, that went to the Delaware State Police. So they went ahead. I mean, why don't you just go ahead and have the deep state investigate themselves like they've been doing with the Warren Commission on 9/11. Okay, guys? So you see, you got a weasel in the hen house. They just killed a lot of the hens, stole all the eggs, and then you got a weasel that's part of the weasel tribe going in there and investigating the weasel. Now, is he going to go ahead and is he going to rat out that weasel? No, he's not going to rat out anyone because he's a weasel. Okay, guys? You're surrounded by these weasels, all right? They're everywhere. Your country is embedded in the terrorism. But some of us don't want to be embedded in it. Some of us don't want no parts of it. Some of us are exposing it. And that's how you can tell who is who. Because the real begottens, the real only begottens are only going to expose the truth of the matters that are pertaining to everything happening. And they're going to show you all of the connections. They're not going to go out there with some channeling cards, with some crystals, with some candlesticks and stuff like that. That's more mumbo jumbo, okay, guys? They're just coming at you. They're trying to get money. Notice every single one of these people will tell you how they're going to do this, that, and the other. And they're kind of like Pfizer or some of these other gain of function laboratories, okay? So what they're going to do is they're going to create the problem for you. So by engaging with them, basically they can go ahead and latch something onto you and then try to tell you that they're going to be able to remove it. Now, they may be able to pacify you a little bit with some placebo effects and making you feel better about yourself in some of these situations. But you know what? It's not going to solve anything. You're the one who has to solve it. And I explain that in my other videos about the sacred secretion and how to, and practicing it. Cleaning yourselves up, get off of the alcohol, get off of the drugs, okay? And I mentioned also about all you guys that are going to marijuana. Marijuana, hey, it's not a bad thing, guys, when you do it right, okay? With it in balance. But a lot of the fentanyl that is coming into the black market is actually being put in there by the government. The government wants you to go to the dispensaries. The best thing you can do is grow your own. Then you know exactly what's going on, okay? That's what you need to be doing. Johnny Appleseed that shit. Okay? That's right, guys. And while you're Johnny Appleseeding some of that, why don't you plant some blueberries, plant some apples, plant some pears, plant some pawpaws, plant some strawberries, plant, okay? Fill your front yards. If you're in an HOA, you better fix that, okay? Because that ain't nothing but a more communism, socialism bullshit, okay? It's all Freemason antics, all Freemason controlled, every single bit of it. You got fake courts in your counties. Your counties are overthrown caliphates. That's right, guys. You're not electing nothing. And if somebody does get in there, what they're going to do is they're going to compromise them. The way they compromise them is by going into parties. Most of them are easily compromised. All they have to do is go in there and get like a stern voice with them. These guys will fold. The American people are a joke, okay? They will sell their mothers out for a nickel, all right? That's the real truth. You don't have to like it. This is the real truth, all right? So look, guys, have yourself a good day. Paradise Earth Initiative and Ed Wilson for president. Let's make some change. let's make some global change. Let's get rid of that deep state once and for all.